How does the White House feel about that accusation?
Well, again, I'm not going to comment on a specific case or an individual. I think that the President's record on transparency is broad and significant. I think the President's record on making the kinds of changes that he promised he would make to the ways that we pursue our fight against al-Qaeda and our fight against terrorists and extremists, he has lived up to. I think that if you look at the distinction between how that fight was engaged in the previous administration and how it is engaged now, you will find that he has lived up to those promises and kept those promises and made those changes. I mean, if you think about it, under the previous administration, the top 4 things, if you will, that we remember was the decision to invade Iraq as part of the war on terrorism. It was the decision to allow so-called enhanced interrogation techniques, otherwise known as torture. The decision to open a permanent detention facility at Guantanamo Bay, and the allowance of warrantless wiretapping in every case. This President's policy has been different. He has ended torture. The programs that we've discussed, and because of the leaks that have happened lately, while legitimate subject of debate and discussion when we talk about the balance necessary, all involve court approval. They involve they involve congressional review and oversight. When it comes to Guantanamo Bay, as you know, the President has sought to close that facility. The President's Chief of Staff was just there on Friday with Senators McCain and Feinstein, and they issued a joint statement calling for the closure of Guantanamo Bay, and of course, the President ended the war in Iraq.
Going back to Nedra's question about Syria, Britain and France both recently lifted their prohibitions against arming the rebels. Mm-hmm. Has the President or the National Security Advisor been in touch